YouTube, what the crap's going on? Welcome back to the Iceni. This is Total War campaign. Hope you all enjoyed the end of the Hannibal at the Gates campaign. I really enjoyed that one, and many of you are saying, are you going to get back to the Bactria campaign, or are you going to go to the original Carthage campaign? What about these others? And you said you're going to do a Legendary Macedon campaign. Yes, so I know, I had a lot of campaigns that I kind of want to finish. I don't know if I'll finish the Bactria campaign in its entirety. I am not saying that I won't go back and play some more of it, but it's a cool campaign, but I'm not sure that I really see the point in taking Bactria all the way across the map. It might be kind of fun to wipe out the Seleucids and just go take over the Macedonian capital to kind of like reestablish Bactria as the successor kingdom to Alexander. And then just kind of leave it at that point. The original Carthage campaign, I will try and finish it for you all sometime. The victory conditions on it are insane, because I started it during like patch 2, and since then the victory conditions have changed pretty drastically. So technically I met the victory conditions on the Carthage campaign a long time ago, if it was in a current patch, which it is not, and it also experiences a lot of crashes because so many patches have taken place since it was started, and patches aren't always backwards compatible with the stuff. So that's why I haven't finished the Carthage campaign. Again, not saying I won't. You all tell me what you want to see in the comments. And as far as a legendary campaign goes, I do plan to do one, but I'm going to be very honest with you. I can't beat one at the moment. I've been practicing on it. I tried Macedon, I've messed around with Rome, and even with Rome and their insanely overpowered infantry, I mean, you can take Principes versus Levy Freeman and barely win the fight when it's on legendary. I mean, barely. And that's if you use all the tools and resources you have, because the AI, number one, just has massive financial bonuses. They have massive unit buffs, and it just gets very difficult to kill the enemy units. And then on top of that, when you're in legendary mode, you have no save game function. You only get one auto save at the beginning of each turn that the computer does automatically. There's no saving your game, no quick saves. You have a restricted unit camera. They take away your mini map, and there's no tactical map. It gets very difficult, on top of the fact that the AI gets ridiculous cheats. Now, is it a challenge? Absolutely it's a challenge, and it's a challenge that's not something I like to do on a typical basis. Like, I'm not going to sit around and play Total War on Legendary out of enjoyment, because I don't enjoy that. Some of you all do. Now, you might be saying, well, Air, if you don't enjoy it, don't play it. Well, don't worry about it. Even though I don't sit around doing it for fun, I'm actually going to have some fun trying it because you all want me to. Now, I'm not ready to jump into it yet. And Macedon is actually, through my studies, probably not the faction that I should take on a legendary campaign. Not for me, at least. There might be better players out there who can do it. I was thinking something more like Rome or Egypt on a legendary campaign, because they have a little better starting position for that type of thing. So tell me what you all think. As far as the legendary campaign, I do think we need to switch it from Macedon to one of those factions. Now, that does not mean, however, that I would be opposed to playing a Macedon campaign and put it on like very hard difficulty or something like that, or just play a Macedon campaign in general if that's what you all want me to do. So I'm not saying I won't do a Macedon campaign, though I am saying that I probably won't do a legendary one. Let me know what you all want to see next. I'm not ready to step into that legendary one just yet, but I will be soon enough. So for the next campaign, don't request the legendary one, again, because I'm just not quite ready to be there yet. It will come, so please be patient if that's what you're waiting for. Though the next campaign that I do, I will try and put it on the very hard setting, so at least it'll be maybe decent practice for me to get to that point. Anyway, enough about future campaigns. Let's get back to what's going on in the Iceni one. So we recently beat back some Arverni armies, and we're doing some training up at our capital. Let's see, don't have anything to do here. Let's see if there's any factions that I need to declare war against. There's not. Let's see, does this army... No, it's apparently I just got done attacking them. Let's go ahead and end a turn and just get movement points back for my army. And let's see if we can secure the province that Nemedicina is a part of. And I think there's some ways that we can do that. Since we have a walled city at Nemedicina to defend, basically what I'm hoping to do is just keep a small garrison army there and lash out at the surrounding cities to start to grab a bigger foothold. Nervii look like they have an army ready to come at me, so we'll try and destroy them. And they keep using their agents on Nemedicina, which is going to be wildly frustrating. This is going to be one of the most difficult things about the Total War campaign. Obviously not the difficulty setting, but the fact that the AI is going to have agents that are just going to make it really hard. Because see right there where he rallied the slaves, I don't care if my family member's being blackmailed. I'm not spending that much money to counter the blackmail. There's going to be a civil war eventually anyway. So it slows down your building of buildings sometimes. It looks like it didn't in this particular case. Maybe it did. I don't remember where they're at. Whoa, man, geez, he's already like a level freak. It's already a level 9 warlord all over my case. Let's see if we can get rid of him. That's the one difficulty about the 4 turn per year mod, is that agents get really strong unless you get the one that slows down their level up, which I didn't want to do because it's kind of interesting to see high level agents, but at the same time it's going to be difficult because the AI is going to get a lot of them. These are agents that I'm just trying to get leveled up, so put these guys into their stances here. Oh, actually I didn't mean to do that with that guy. Let's put our War Maiden back in with the troops to do some military training, which means that these guys now can't move anywhere, unfortunately, so that Nervii army is fortified right outside of our territory. And let's see, these guys are finishing up their recruitment. So let's take a look. So Nemedicina, the province is Belgicae, and Trevorum is the other settlement in it, and there's Trevorum right there. So to control the entire province, or yeah, Trevorum, and let's see, we've got another. Where's the provincial capital here? Vesontio. Okay, so it's way down here. That's weird. So this province like stretches around. Wouldn't it make more sense if it was just like these two together? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Once I get my second army here, this will be a little easier as well. But we're going to need to end one more turn so that I can get the movement points back in my army at Nemedicina, so that we can effectively lash out and do some damage. Again, I'm going to check this hopefully every turn. I will remember to check the diplomacy. No one else I can declare war on. In the turn, my men should be plenty retrained to take down that Nervii army. The AI, even though it's on normal, are going to be probably throwing quite a few armies at me. Especially if they keep bringing trashy like Levy Freeman armies, because they're going to be able to afford to rebuild those and rebuild them quickly. Gosh dang, agents. Agents are going to be the death of me here. Really wish there was research that made it a lot more difficult for an enemy was wounded trying to poison the wells at Nemedicina, and there was actually no successful agent actions against Nemedicina, which is good, which means we finished the farmland there. Let's see, this is just a level 1 warlord, so this will be good practice for this scout. Let's try and poison him. We failed. Let's try this other. Well, let's see, that's a druid. Let's try our own warlord here and see how this turns out. Try slaughter. Actually, there's a pretty good chance of me failing there. I wonder what my chances are with the warlord. You know, we could try to manipulate as well. Let's see if we have any chances of manipulation. Pretty good chance of success at either temptation. And temptation has a bigger chance of defection, so let's try temptation. Enemy agent defects. Sweet! So that's good, because now I actually have more champions than I would otherwise be allowed to have. Haven't had that happen in a long time. We have an enemy scout here. Let's see if we can maybe succeed in the same thing. Let's try some manipulation. Pretty good chance of defection with coercion, even though the overall chance is less likely. Let's try it. It's a little more risky, but we potentially get a better outcome. Nope, opportune failure. But my guy increased in rank, at least. So let's see. This increases my ability to tempt and poison, so we'll do that. And then now let's see maybe if this, what can this warlord do? Still not the best chance of assassination. Let's try manipulation, coercion. Let's try some coercion. Enemy agent, holy crap. Talk about lucky. I just got super lucky there. Picked up 2 enemy agents in the same turn. Let's take out this Nervii army here. Oh man, it's another trash stack of Levy Freeman. Sorry you'll have to see this. As I get further into the campaign, clearly my enemies are probably not just going to be fielding Levy Freeman, but since the difficulty is not up real high, obviously the AI hasn't moved on to anything besides Levy Freeman here, but I'm certain that eventually this will not be the case as we get deeper into the campaign. But I will be at war with everybody, at least as a counter to that. So, you know, at least I won't have it easy in that sense, that there could potentially, even if they're crappy, be full stacks of enemy units roaming around all over the place. So, start deployment. Let's get ready to knock out the Nervii. They are fortified, but that shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. It means my general's not going to do us a whole lot of good here because he's in chariots.
Mighty chariots! Slingers ready!
Spearband, my Celtic Light Horse. Let's go ahead and start the battle.
Britons!
Bring these guys up in formation. Actually gonna pull up kind of at a distance here. I think I might use my spears to try and burn some gaps in the enemy walls because they have stronger armor and shields. Let's see, there's another entrance at the back of the enemy fort, so let's swing wide around the enemy fort. Bring our light horse to bear. Yeah, Nervii have all their troops here. We should be able to just break in, but in order to try and avoid a big blob right there, I'm going to try and burn some holes in the wall. And I'll let my slingers see if they can support with some volleys while I'm trying to burn the walls. Man, I love this Rome 1 music. So nostalgic. Such a cool mod. Some of you have asked me to try other mods. I'm sure I will. Right now I'm still enjoying the vanilla game with some modifications. Mods, in this case. I'm not looking for overhaul mods yet, is what I'm saying. I've heard there's some good ones out there, like Spartacus Rises and Constantine Rise of Christianity, and what was the other one? Yeah, there's some other one that I can't remember the name of. It's a pretty popular one. It looked pretty cool too. I understand there's a lot of good mods out there. I will try some of them eventually, but for now, I'm just, like I said, I'm enjoying the gameplay with mods that kind of just improve, in my opinion, the vanilla gameplay. But eventually I will try one of those overhaul mods and just give it a look. And of course, you know, maybe if we decide to go down a mod where we use a particular faction and someone's got a particularly good roster improvement for that faction out there, you know, maybe we can do something like that. For now, at least. And then eventually, like I said, I don't have a problem with trying to do a bigger overhaul mod. Okay, let's bring my slingers up a little closer. I'm going to bring my swordsmen up a little closer too. Got my spearmen moving forward to take up some of the arrow fire and hopefully burn down the enemy arrow towers here. Then I'm going to burn some holes in the fort walls here. I don't know where you're going. Please come over here. Sometimes you have to be really careful with your spearmen trying to burn towers because they try and go in all kinds of odd directions. You kind of almost have to get them in range of the tower and then click an attack order, or else they'll do some weird pathfinding. Yeah, you kind of have to keep an eye on them. Yep, so there we go. Getting some good fire damage on the towers and burning some holes in the walls so I can have multiple entry points. And let's see, my slingers are in support range. Just let them keep firing here. Keep burning the tower, please.
The walls are breached.
Is that tower burning down? Yes. Okay, I can pull my spearmen back. Come on. Get another chuck there. There we go. Alright, enemy towers are going down. We can now bring up our swordsmen safely. And we see a few different entry points on the wall now.
The enemy's tower has been destroyed.
So let's start trying to take our men into these gaps. Okay, I can now click some attack orders because the enemy's sallying out against me. It's still going to end up being kind of a grind out fight because the AI is kind of charging out at me. And let's get my slingers to kind of hold off on auto fire and let me target them to areas where I think they'll be more effective. So I want to make sure their shots go up and over the head of my infantry. It's at this point when I think I can get into the back of the fort and try and effect a quicker route. We should bring my general up because my guys are just sword band. They don't have the best morale. should have already had my general up here. That's a bit risky. I don't want to use Frenzy on my guys because it'll wear them out. And my general is nearly in support range, and I have a lot of unit abilities that I can use with my general. I can Inspire. Don't know that Into the Breach is going to help me a whole lot, but Fear on enemy units, War Cry, Intimidate. Where the enemy general's at. The enemy general would be a good unit to intimidate. Here he is. Yeah, so that'll be helpful. I'm going to go ahead and send one more unit to attack here and then try and get these two units into the walls.
Chariots ready.
And I'm going to go to Flaming Shot with my general. See if we can help speed the route of enemy units here. Scout Riders are coming into the back of the fort now. So yeah, the enemy troops are pretty well surrounded.
Ready. Scout Riders. Warriors ready.
Let's go ahead and follow my Scout Riders into combat here. Coming into the back of the fort, chasing down enemy slingers. Kind of rampaging through the fort here. Pretty sweet footage. Yeah, my swords are definitely breaking through the main. There is a noble horse within the fort still. I'm going to bring one Scout Rider out and around.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Most definitely is.
Sword band.
I'm going to set my sword band to attack the enemy general. He's one of the last remaining units. And then let's set our Scout Riders to chase down all these routing units, and we're going to follow these guys and just destroy them. I don't want them to get away, so we'll chase them with my chariots and cavalry, while my sword band kind of finish off the noble horse unit that's there. I'm going to need to chase down those slingers. We're going to continue the battle, just kind of, like I said, finish mopping up the enemy troops. So I've got all my Scout Riders charging through. They're having a hard time even getting to their target because they're so busy cutting down routing units at the moment. Scout Riders actually chalking up a phenomenal number of kills for being such a light unit. You can quit throwing javelins now at this point, actually. Hurry, 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 get out here. Let's catch these units.
The enemy general is
Okay,
dead.
so the enemy general died, and I have scout units pursuing, plus my general is just absolutely rolling over these guys over here. Yeah, so I've got all my scout units pursuing routing units, so there's not going to be a ton of survivors. There may be a few, but this ought to pretty well put the Nervii out of action.
Chariots ready.
So those mercenary Gallic warriors, Levy Freemen. Okay, we mopped up that unit. Let's go over here to these Levy Freemen. Yep. So this will be a good practice to do in this campaign, especially since a lot of people are going to be after me, just to make sure to completely mop up the enemy armies on our way. Something obviously that you never think about in online play because it doesn't matter. It's just, you know, like, you just need to be the winner. It doesn't matter if it's Pyrrhic or not. Campaign, obviously, your goal should be to win as convincingly as possible. I don't always stick to that the way I should, but it's definitely what you should be doing. Oh, that remnant of the noble horse we don't need to worry about, actually, because we already killed the general. That unit's going to be gone. Let's see if there's any other units with substantial numbers left. Some Levy Freemen over here. Wouldn't say it's substantial numbers, but they have some numbers. Look at my unit of swordsmen here going out into single line formation. Don't know what that's about. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it for this episode. We managed to clean out the Nervii fort, all their units now running away and destroyed. So let's go ahead and end the battle. End battle. So yeah, not a hard victory to win there. It can computer had crap units, and hopefully by me destroying these stacks of crap units, the computer will eventually start bringing better ones. So, at least for now, I don't have to worry about me using those kind of somewhat crappy sword band, because they're all getting really good chevrons, and just honestly not coming up against the dangerous formation attack heavy sword units that we'll see later on against Rome or Carthage or some of the other factions. So yeah, pretty much destroyed them. It looks like they had one Slinger unit that's going to get away, unfortunately. But at least it leaves the Nervii reeling. And we might as well go ahead and push on into their territory. What we'll do is, and again, this will be the finishing of the episode. Man, my mouse keeps giving me a hard time here. Hopefully I don't need a new one. Let's see. Let's find someone from the Elder Chiefs. All these guys are other chiefs. Elder Chiefs. Here we go. Oh, this guy's got a whole bunch of... Actually, you know, he's a statesman. I might be better off to just leave him because he's getting me a whole bunch of... Yeah, he's got a ton of gravitas, and he's getting me a whole bunch of sway with the politician. So I'm actually going to leave that guy there, and we'll just hire someone from the other group, political factions, that is. So let's go in here and raise forces. Let's see what their bonuses are. +1 public order, cheaper agricultural buildings, and more wealth from livestock. 10% chance of wounding agents in self-defense. That's actually not bad. And then, do I want a heroic rider, chariot, or heroic noble? I'm going to go with the heroic rider in this case. Actually, I should have picked a heroic noble sword unit because they would have been better at defending the city. Let's go ahead and see if we can get him a few units. We'll put a few sword band, and really this army's purpose is just going to be to hold the settlement against enemy counterattacks. That's really all I need them to do, and that leaves us free to continue against the Nervii. And they have another army back here, not really any more threatening than the last one was, unfortunately. But this should allow us to go ahead and push on. Apparently I can't attack those guys, but we can move up here. And really shouldn't auto-resolve this, but I don't really have time in this episode to duke this one out, so we'll actually just save it here. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. When we pick up next time, it'll be to go ahead and take this city from the Nervii. So, HeirofCarthage, signing off for now.